Have you ever felt like you just can't stop eating certain foods? Well, new science says it may not be your fault.
CBS 2's Dr. Holly Phillips shows us how junk food addiction is very real and what you can do about it.
Ice cream.
Hot dogs.
Twizzler.
Junk food. Almost all of us have a favorite indulgence. Doug Shaner is no exception.
Gummy bears.
And once he popped the first one in his mouth, he says he just couldn't stop.
I would sit there in bed and have a bag next to me and go through it an entire night very easily.
He says he didn't really think about what he was doing until he reached for the last one.
They're small, so it kind of just goes through very quickly. Not a big deal. You don't feel full afterwards. You just feel like you sort of had, kicked that or satisfied that addiction.
Satisfied, and for some people who indulge in this way, perhaps a little guilty. Now, new research shows there could be some serious science to back up those feelings. Believe it or not, you could be suffering from a junk food addiction.
People can absolutely be addicted to junk food. Foods high in sugars and fats, mostly junk food, release certain neurotransmitters, particularly dopamine and serotonin, which give a sensory pleasure.
Research funded by the National Institutes of Health found junk foods not only release these feel-good hormones in the brain, but the more you indulge, the more you need to get that same level of satisfaction. Nutritionist Tanya Zuckerbrot says being hooked on junk food is not much different than being hooked on other things.
This is very similar to the addictions that people have with drugs and alcohol, that takes more and more and more of those substances to feel the pleasure, and when you come off of them, you actually need more just to return to feeling normal.
And there's an emotional component to the addiction as well.
When you're eating these foods, you tend to go into a place where nothing else matters. You just focus on how delicious that food is, whether it's ice cream or it's a bag of potato chips. And I call this a food coma, where nothing else exists.
So what can you do to break the cycle? The first rule of thumb, go cold turkey.
When you're trying to give up your favorite junk food, having just one bite won't work. Even a small amount can worsen those cravings, and you'll likely end up on a regrettable binge.
The most important thing is create a safe environment. Get this stuff out of your home. Get the stuff out of your office.
Shaner did just that and noticed results immediately.
Just felt very energetic all day. Didn't even need as much sleep at night, frankly. It was just woke up in a better mood, went to sleep in a better mood, just all around, just very positive.
If you have any food addiction you just can't kick, remember, you don't have to go it alone. Doctors and nutritionists can help, as well as professional organizations like Overeaters Anonymous. For more information, just log on to our website, WCBSTV.com, and click on links and numbers. I'm Dr. Holly Phillips for CBS 2 News.
So the rule to remember here, foods that are low in sugar, salt, or fat are less likely to trigger binge eating or addiction.
I believe in the emotional component, though.
Oh, definitely.
I get very emotional around Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Do you?
Very.
I've known to cry over a Twix.